Well, hello there, Taurus. It is so good to see you again. I'm Mary Sue, and I'm so grateful that you're here. Today, we are doing your August love reading. So we'll take a look at the overall energies in your romantic love life with the oracle cards, and then we're going to move to the tarot for more details. And if you're enjoying the content that I create, I'd really appreciate it if you would consider commenting, subscribing. I really do appreciate all of your support. Okay, so we're going to start off. Let's see what your overall energies are. Koi fish spirit, there is always enough, and yang. Wow, and look at that burst of orange right there. Yeah, I feel as if there is this energy of really taking action, understanding that there's really nothing holding you back. You may have felt like in the past that, you know, there isn't enough to go around. There isn't enough love to go around. There aren't enough people that I want to date or be in a relationship with. There's almost, and now it's kind of like, no, wait a minute, there is. I'm ready to take action, to go out there and seek the love that I want. I really love this energy because it's almost as if, it comes out of nowhere, a burst of magic, an epiphany. It's kind of like, whoa, wait a minute. Why am I holding myself back? I feel like that's part of it. Your understanding, your thinking has been holding you back. Yeah. Oh, definitely. Oh, nice. Grand Symphony. I feel like there is a true love on your path. So, yeah. I'm looking at your numbers here. Oh, nice. Oh, Taurus. I have to say, this has the love relationships this month have been a little trying. Remember, our romantic or love relationships really are only an extension of our relationships that we have with family, friend, co-workers, our neighbors, whatever, right? We put more emphasis sometimes on our romantic relationships, but they're all relationships that we need to work on. And with the 8 of Pentacles, I feel like you are deciding it is something that you want to work on, whether it is romantic or family or friend. You want to bring your relationships into balance. You want to move them forward. It's kind of like understanding there's this grand symphony of love and relationships and people that you want to be a part of. I feel like, the symphony, there's a lot of different musicians in an orchestra or, symphony. There's a lot of different musicians. They play different instruments, but they come together. And I think that is really, healing the heart. I think you're healing your own heart. You're understanding people are different. Everybody has the right to be who they are. If you want to play a clarinet, you get to play a clarinet. If you want to play a cello, you can play the cello. If you want to play the drums, you can play the drums. But it's when we come together, when we work together, when we appreciate each other, then all of a sudden it's kind of like we can heal each of our own hearts and we can really create some beautiful music together. I really feel like this is kind of coming into you during Leo season, Lion Gate. We had the Lion Gate on 8/8. We had the full moon in Aquarius yesterday. There's this energy of getting this burst of strength, of courage to take the action that you are wanting. You're opening your own heart. And it's almost as if you're ready to let go of any of the past hurt or pain that has held you back. You've done the healing and it's like, yeah, I'm getting back out there. Really lovely energy. I'll have to say one of the most positive love readings. Pisces had a really good one. Okay, so we have a tall tale. This is your present energy. A tall tale and then 6 of Wands. I love this. The tall tale is the tale that we tell ourselves and sometimes we exaggerate. So that's kind of like there's nobody out there for me. All love hurts. We take one little incident that has happened, even if it's painful and it's a big event in our life, but we kind of, cast that the shadow of that into everything else in our life, into all relationships. So if you had one romantic relationship that didn't end very well, then you could, be casting that to all future love relationships, or you could be even casting it out to family, friend, co-worker relationships. All relationships are just a lot of work and no victory. Well, now you're understanding that if you put the work into relationships, they can be victorious with that chariot energy. They can be giving and loving. And so I love this because you're moving from that type of energy of, exaggerating the negativity of relationships, moving on to happier waters with the Six of Wands. You're kind of like, yeah, I went through that spell. We do go through that. You go through a very difficult ending in a relationship. And then, you are kind of tainted against love for a little bit. And then at some point, once you do the healing, you're like, yeah, okay, wait a minute. I've overcome that difficult ending. I've done the healing. I'm a better person because of it now. I've triumphed and now I'm ready to, get back into the game of love. Really lovely. Oh my goodness. I really feel like this is like coming in very quickly. So 5 of Cups on the bottom, that energy of being sad, but see, you're walking away from that. I really love this. So we have the 5 of Cups. And you're walking away. You're turning your back. You see how this person here is turning your back to the sadness of before. You're kind of like, yeah, not only am I walking away from it, I'm not even looking at it. I'm not thinking about it. I know that there's happiness out there for me. In fact, it's the Sun, the happiest card in the deck. Love, joy, abundance of all types. You're walking away, you're walking towards the Sun. Emperor energy on the bottom could be dealing with an Aries, but really stepping into your power of understanding that you have control over how you react to other people. So it's in the past, your emotions may have run the show. Let's put it that way. You are now stepping into your energy of being able to take a look at your emotions and then understand, okay, that's how I'm feeling, but I can transmute that. I can release that emotion. I can make decisions that are really by my heart and not by my head. I'm going to follow my heart. I'm going to have the strength to put myself first, to take good care of myself, to make decisions that are based on my heart. I really love this. It's so healed. You've healed your heart. You're really, look at this. I want to say this is the Lionsgate 8-8. This is the full moon in Aquarius, which was on the 11th. It's this energy of really doing this deep dive into, it's almost like the fish, taking a deep dive, looking at, the stories that you have told yourself in the past, for some of you, you may have had a hard time actually stepping into looking at the reality of the part you played in some difficult ending or some relationship that ended. Sometimes we initially go through, like blaming the other person or something like that. But you've worked through all of that. You finally got into the position where you could kind of like look at it as far as what could I have done differently? What would I do differently now that I've gone through that, right? You've learned the lesson and you've transmuted those energies. This is really a lovely, lovely message. So here you are. This is what you are working on over the next 4 to 6 weeks, because this reading is really good until like mid-September. You have the It Is What It Is card and the Page of Cups. I really like this because I feel like over the next 4 to 6 weeks, you're really going to really move through this energy of, yep, it is what it is. Yep, I was married. It didn't work out. It is what it is, you know, and it's not dwelling on the pain or, you know, this person did that or, you know, all of that. It's about forgiving whatever has happened in the past, forgiving yourself for what part you played in it, and now just being ready to move on, putting the past to rest. And that is the healthiest way. I mean, yes, you want to reflect on all of it. You want to allow those emotions to come up. Yes. But I feel like you've done that work and now you're kind of like, okay, I've done that. Yeah, here you are. 9 of Pentacles, really embracing your life. Even if you're single, you're kind of like, yes, I'm embracing where I am now and I'm enjoying it. Look at the 9 of Pentacles is the single lady card. The gender doesn't matter, but she's single and mingling, right? But it's also, she's not looking to the past. She's not worried about what's happened in the past. She is enjoying herself where she is at this time. So you're showing up in your own reading, Taurus. We have the Hierophant, your beliefs, your learning. I feel like you're just, you know, you're not allowing your self-doubt, your lack of confidence to hold you back anymore. You're stepping into your own power. And once again, this is what you're really working on over the next 4 to 6 weeks. So what is your advice? How do you move through this energy of, you know, really transmuting those emotions, really stepping into your power, being grateful for the experience that past relationship brought you, being grateful for, you know, the 9 of Pentacles, knowing that you can make decisions as you go forward based on what is good for you. In the past, you may have made decisions that were good for the people around you, and now you're like, no, I'm glad I went through that. That was difficult, okay? We have the 9 of Wands there. You've been through a lot in a past relationship. And it could have been romantic. There's a little bit of family energy here. So you could have been through a lot with your family about ending a relationship or even being in that relationship. There could have been a lot of hurt feelings. You've been through the battles. Let's put it that way. You've been through the battles, but here you are. You're being grateful for them because every single scar that you have, you're now looking at with love, with fondness, because those scars are the battle wounds, right? But at the same time, they have brought you so much more wisdom, so much more, you know, just so much more silver linings, because, you know, what we have to do is get to the point where we can look at the dark clouds of the past and see the silver lining. And I feel like that's exactly what you're doing, you know, really stepping into, yeah, okay, that marriage, ending that marriage and going through that difficult divorce process or whatever it was, right? It was really difficult. But in those moments, okay, I did find my own voice. I was able to stand up for myself. You know, I was able to navigate through that process, which is difficult, right? I was able to navigate through that process. And now you're on the other side. And I feel like for some of you, you really need to be grateful for your independence, your freedom, perhaps from a relationship that was toxic, but also the fact that you are landing on your feet. You are maybe working on your career, building your own financial stability, independence. I feel like that is, you know, and Taurus, you're a very independent, you know, soul. You really are. But you could have definitely been in a toxic relationship that kind of drained you of your independence. You may have given up a lot of your independence in a past relationship. Look at this. Yeah. Hermit energy on the bottom, the wise one. You are now the wise one. You know, I love this because here we have the Page of Cups, giving yourself, you know, a lot of love, a lot of like encouraging words. Like I can see you like standing in front of the mirror, Taurus, and just, saying to yourself, hey, Taurus, look at you. You're still standing. Look at you. You've got your financial stability. Even if you're not where you want to be yet financially, you are working on it. You are taking steps every single day to do it. And, the Nine of Pentacles is not a court card, right? The next step up would be the Queen of Pentacles, right? But you're on your way. You're it's almost like you're cheering yourself on. You're being, I really feel like part of this great and full is the fact that even though you've come into this energy because of something that was difficult, at the same time you're seeing, oh my goodness, I'm building my independence. I'm getting to choose for maybe the very first time, like where I'm living or what I'm wearing or what I'm doing, how I spend my money. Yeah, really interesting. And then we have the Hanged Man, getting this different perspective. For some of you, you could be still a little bit in that energy of, I wish I wasn't having to do this on my own. And now I think over the next 4 to 6 weeks, you really see the different perspective. Well, wait a minute. I get to do this on my own, Really lovely, because I feel like that is, you had this beautiful uncaging, and I feel like you're opening your heart up to it's not about necessarily loving others yet. I think it's really stepping into this energy of loving yourself, loving the life that you are creating for yourself. And that is what's going to attract in, a true soulmate. The other thing is, part of relationships is our relationship with ourselves. And I feel like you are really, oh my goodness. Oh my gosh. Okay, so we have Chaser on the bottom. So twin flame energy. Some of you could be in a twin flame relationship. You could be separated from that person. That could be what has brought you to this place. Soulmate. I feel like you're bringing in a soulmate. Somebody, I think you want a fresh start in love, and then a sacred space. Yeah, building a sacred space. I think you're working on building your sacred space for yourself right now and calling in your soulmate. Like, I really feel like even if you're not quite ready at this point, I think in the next 4 to 6 weeks or so, you will be ready to kind of like get a fresh start, put yourself out there again. For some of you, if you are in a soulmate connection, okay, you could have been the chaser before. I feel like you are moving into this independent phase, which is going to activate your twin, and the twin is going to come around and now be the chaser. So one of you is the chaser, one of you is the runner. You could have been the chaser before, okay? And now your roles are going to switch because you're stepping into this independent energy, and your twin is going to feel the loss of your energy. They could come back around. I don't see you getting caught up in that again. I feel you're the longer you stay away from your twin at this time, the better, because you're still just a 9 of Pentacles. So you're still kind of like, just learning how to be independent from your twin, and that, the codependency that can occur in those relationships. So I feel like the longer you can try to stay away, have no contact with that person, the better. If you were up to an Empress energy or even the Queen of Pentacles, then, that might be different, but you're not there yet. So I feel like this is really important for you to really build your independence at this time. Release your ex, let go of control issues. I'm not sure you have the control issues. I feel like the person in the past does. I feel like someone from the past may want to have a heart-to-heart conversation with you. At this time, I would say no. I would, you have free will. You can do what you want. I feel like your energy is all about you. Okay, releasing your ex and getting flirty, getting fun again, being flirty does not mean you have to date anybody or marry anybody, right? It's just striking up, conversations in the coffee shop, that are only going to last while you're in line for 5 minutes, right? And then you part and go your own separate ways. It's kind of the way that you can put your toe into the pool of love without really jumping in, right? Is just to kind of like start striking up conversations, flirty conversations with strangers that really are not going to go anywhere, but that's okay. And you can practice them with anybody, really, but that's, kind of a good way to raise your vibration, to kind of open up your heart, because it's forcing you to come out of your comfort zone a little bit. Okay, so let's see what we have here. This is your Lover's Oracle card. Look deep within your heart and you will feel my love. My love for you is as deep as the ocean. I really love that. I feel like this is the person that you are attracting in that is going to be coming to you. I don't think that is this person from the past. They may be thinking a lot about you. If you're feeling those energies, that can be difficult. That can be difficult. So you can do energy cord ceremonies to try to, unlock the energy cord between the two of you. I really do feel it's important for you at this time to release your ex and to kind of get into that energy of looking for future love. And you do have some future love. So I love that. All right. Well, Taurus, I am going to leave it there. I do personal readings. If you're interested, the link is in the description box below. And I really do appreciate all of your support through liking, commenting, and subscribing. And I hope to see you again really soon. Much love and light to you. Bye for now.